la cachi cachi porra, porra. A la cachi cachi porra, porra. A la cachi cachi porra, porra. A la cachi cachi porra, porra. Ping pong porra, ping pong porra. Politécnico, Politécnico.
Santa Cruz, we have a special show for you today. Prundale, KSQD, KSQT. We're coming all the way from Santa Cruz to bring you a very special show today. From Watsonville, we're going to bring the familia that is living the Pachuco style, the Pachuca style, bringing the Chicano cultura to every day and everything they do, giving back to the community. We're going to meet a powerful family keeping tradition, style, and community alive for the next generation. In the studio, we have Abby and Emilia, are growing up surrounded by love, creativity, and cultura. Rocking rockabilly vibes, Pachuca style, glitter, and vintage fashion while cruising in their classic Volkswagen Carrito. From car shows from keeping the Pachuca lifestyle alive. And then we have Primo, a proud Watsonville native who is bringing art and life through airbrushing and pinstriping, deeply rooted in lowrider and classic car culture, where he's at a car show or with his family. He represents Chicano Cultura alive every day that he lives. And then we have Araceli, a mother, leader, and proud member of the Diamond Girls Pinup Club. I'm sorry, how do you say that? Damelias?
Diamond Damsels.
Damsels. I'm sorry. Okay, she represents the Diamond Damsels Pinup, embodies vintage elegance with purpose, from winning Queen of the Car Show at Las Vegas, Rockabilly Weekend, to organizing toy drives, pinup contests, and community events. She's all about giving back, uplifting others, and building unity. Together, this family represents the heart of Chicano and Pachuco culture, keeping it alive through style, art, community work, and love. Órale, ponte trucha as we talk cultura, lowriders, fashion, and giving back, because our traditions live on through us and through our youth. Wow. We have a very special show today. And we have our co-host who's running a little bit late. Adela's going to be here pretty soon. We're going to give her a chance to be my co-host. We're waiting for her to show up, but how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
Yes,
Great.
Abby, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yes, Abby, you're good. Emilia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
So how are you?
Good.
Good? Primo, how you doing?
I'm doing great, bro.
See, Araceli.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for having us here today.
Yes, it's going to be a good show today, and I'm excited to have you here. You guys, Araceli, I met you at Cabrillo College. I've seen you around town. You're always representing the Pachuca lifestyle, and along with Primo, he's got his own Pachuco style and representing the lifestyle. But what I want to do is we're talking about a legacy. We're talking about identity. We're talking about what it means to be Chicano, Pachuco, and keeping the cultura alive for the next generation. What does it mean to be a Pachuca?
I'm new to the Pachuco culture.
Mm-hmm.
I could say, because it's been about a year and a half. So it's amazing. When I first got my first Pachuco suit, as soon as I tried it on, I felt empowered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like, oh yes, this is what I've been, looking for. Like, I identified, with the culture. And then once I tried on my suit, it felt like it was real.
Mm-hmm.
I belonged. So it feels great to be representing that culture.
Yeah. Hey, Primo, for you, what does it mean to be a Pachuco? I mean, I seen you just recently at the Pachuco, American Pachuco film. Man, you were decked out with your suit y todo, and you were like full on. What's it mean to you to be a Pachuco and representing the Pachucos out there?
Well, for me, it's just like my wife was saying, we just got introduced about a year and a half, and they've just been like, just representing the cultura. Like when we were at the celebrating Luis the movie, pues the documentary.
Yeah.
I knew a slight bit about the history of the Pachuco, but that went more like his documentary was like more in detail, and it felt more like, oh man, it's a big, wearing this Pachuco outfit, it meant more than, how would you say it? It was just deeper.
You embodied it.
Yeah.
You embodied it.
It's hard to
You
explain,
felt
but
it. Yeah.
I felt it more.
Yeah.
Like the history of
Yeah, the
wearing
history.
that Pachuco outfit.
Well, you know, that's
fit.
good that you brought up the history. You know,
Yeah.
You know, let me give the listeners a quick history of what the Pachuco culture. You know, the Pachuco culture goes back to the 1930s and 40s, where young Mexican Americans creating their own identity in a country that didn't always accept them. With suits, sharp style, and whole new way of speaking and moving, Pachucos and Pachucas said, "We are here, we are proud, and we defined ourselves." But it wasn't easy. During the Zoot Suit riots, Pachucos were targeted just for how they dressed, just for being who they were. But instead of disappearing, the culture got stronger. And that's where Chicano identity grows from, too. Being Chicano means being born here in the United States with Mexican roots, indigenous roots, living in between two worlds, but creating something powerful out of both. It's art, it's lowriders, it's music, it's family, it's resistance, it's a love for the community. And today, families like the one that we have in the studio are keeping those traditions and those that cultura alive. And you know, it's something that it's part of our history. And you know, we were watching that film yesterday, Primo, and there was a part in that film, in the film that I'm talking about is American Pachuco, where Luis Valdez was talking about his how the Chicanos and the Zoot Suiters were being targeted by the Navy, and they were getting stripped. You know, they were getting stripped of their identity. They were getting locked up. And in that movie, I don't know if you remember that part where he talks about, like, hey, you know, Chicanos were struggling to fit in America, and you know, they were targeted, getting locked up. And he talks about that moment where they get stripped from their clothes, and he says, even then, even when they stripped us from our clothes, and we were down bare to our canzones,
that's what he said.
You know, our canzones.
Yeah.
Even then, we rose up as warriors.
As
Aztec warriors. You know, we still embodied that and made us stronger. You know,
that hit deeper. You know.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, it's a part of history. It's a part of history. It's a part of our identity. A lot of the, you know, the Chicano movement and the Chicano, you know, people say, what does it mean to be Chicano, or where did that come from? You know, a lot of people talk about Chicano is you know, you go to Mexico, you're not enough over there. And you're over here, and you're not from here, you know, ni de aquí ni de allá, you know. But that's where that Chicano culture was born, and you embody that every day in everything that you do. You know, tell me a little bit about what you do.
So what I do, on the side, what I do is I airbrush and pinstripe. So what I got into that maybe about off and on, but going about 20-25 years. So I used to see this. What got me? I was always into art, you know, but I used to always get this magazine called Airbrush Action. So when I did that, I was just all local artists, but the magazine was for mostly alley guys. So I got into it, and I started getting this magazine. Then in the back, I said, you know, there's classes, you know, as an artist. So I ended up taking those classes, and I ended up getting into airbrushing and pinstriping. So that's what I do on the side besides my regular job. So I do pinstriping. Right now I've been pinstriping more like women's. Since I got into Rockabilly, I've been doing the like purses, shoes, anything that I can pinstripe, like vinyl or leather. But at this moment, that's what I've been doing.
That's pretty awesome. You know, you're working on the lowriders.
On
you
the
guys
lowriders,
got Volkswagen that's all decked out, all lowridered out, all pinstripe and stuff like that. Araceli, How did you fall in love with the pinup and the vintage cultura that you represent? And can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So I think, you know, I gotta throw this in there. I dress up like this, you know. It's not a style. It's a way of living for me, you know. And I when I go out and I dress up and I go to like out to the public and I get asked a lot, you know, hey, where are you going? Like, is there like a costume party? And it's not even Halloween.
Yeah.
So I get that a lot, and I kind of sometimes like it's hard to educate people. Like, no, this is how I dress regularly, you know, and this is who I am, and like it's okay,
cultura.
you know. Yes, it's okay to be weird, you know, be different, you know. So I started that, like,
it's your identity.
Yes, it is now, and like I started dressing up pin-up style and like vintage clothing. It's been more than 10 years, and so I kind of struggle like finding like my style and stuff like that. And so remember that first time I got my first pin-up dress, and as soon as I tried it on too, I was like, yes, I found myself. And then I'm like I felt empowered. I feel beautiful. The dresses are like unique, different, and I just loved the way it made me feel. So I fell in love with it, like I said, more than 10 years ago. And about the vintage stuff, like accessories, purses, like they're made like with love, like the details, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have some vintage like stuff, clothing and like true vintage and like purses and stuff like that. And like these purses are from like 1950s and they still look really good.
Yeah.
You know, like even the dresses, you know, and they were well made.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe they were made with love.
Yeah, el estilo, que, you know, it has, you know, the style of a Pachuca, of a Pachuco.
Yes.
It is unique, and it's a beautiful style, you know.
Yes.
What does it mean to represent as a Chicana woman in this space, in this time, you know, in this present day? What's it mean to keep this tradition, this lifestyle, this cultura alive?
You know, it means a lot to me. You know, as you can tell, you know, I try to teach it to my kids, to introduce them to this culture. And I always tell them, you know, it's okay. You know, I tell them, you have beautiful brown skin.
Yes.
She says, I have lighter brown, and you have darker brown, and you have, you know. And I said, yes. And she also, you know, we talk about her eye color, and she says her eye color are the color of the earth, and it's beautiful, beautiful eye color. So I try, like I said, you know, it means a lot. I'm proud to be brown, and I try to, you know, teach my kids to be proud of where they come from.
And yesterday they were at the show, and she really embodies the Pachuca style, right?
She does. Yeah.
Do you like to dress up like a Pachuca?
Yes.
Yes, and what's your favorite part about dressing like a Pachuca and representing the Pachuca style? What do you like about it? Don't be shy. It's okay.
No, I'm not shy.
You're just thinking.
What do you like about being a Pachuca?
It gives me power.
It gives you power. What kind of power? Like, it makes you feel confident? Yes. Yeah, and then you get a lot of attention when you dress up like that. A lot of people want to.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to take pictures with you. They want to come and shake your hand, and you know, and people like are intrigued by the way you dress and how you act and how you carry yourself. Do you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
And what else do you like about, you know, being a Pachuca and having that cultura that you carry with you? What else does it make you feel? Empowered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Empowered.
And you know, one of the things that that also the Chicanos bring to this Pachuco style is like the Chicanos. You know, it was an identity. It was something that they were proud of, but they also brought the indigenous cultura into it. And you just got to participate in what? Tell us what you just participated. Remember where that weekend?
We took pictures.
That you took pictures, but you also got to participate in the indigenous ceremony. What was it called?
The movies?
No, the Sweat Lodge.
Sweat Lodge.
Yes. How did that? Did you like the Sweat Lodge?
Yeah, I wanted to do it like 4 more rounds.
Yeah. You got to You got to sing some songs. You got to go in there, sweat with everybody. That was empowering too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it a lot?
Yes, I really love it.
Right on. And your sister got to be there too. Huh? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about the Sweat Lodge?
It was too hot.
It was too hot.
What about the singing? Remember the singing?
Yeah.
I like the singing.
Yes, you got to sing some songs in there, and it's
The teddy bear.
the teddy bear. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you girls are here today to talk about your experiences. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to KSQD Santa Cruz, KSQT Prundale. We'll be right back.
You look like an angel. Walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got wise. You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise.
QD Santa Cruz, KSQT Prundale. And guess who showed up into the studio right now? Introduce yourself, please.
Hi everyone, my name's Adela Naranjowe and I am an instructor and an academic counselor at Cabrillo College, and I'm so excited for today.
And now the new co-host for From the Streets. We're gonna give her a try today, see if she could pull it off. How do you feel about that, Adela?
Oh my gosh, the pressure is on.
But I figure we bring a different dynamic. We're gonna try to spice up this radio show. And Adela, you got any questions for Araceli or Primo on any of the you wanted them to talk about? This is your moment. Let's see what you got. Come on.
Yeah, well, first of all, Araceli and Primo and the little ones, I am just so happy to see you all. You know, it's not too long that I met Araceli, and before knowing her, I always said, oh my gosh, I want to know that girl that does her hair so pretty. So I guess, I just want to know anything that you would like to share with us, and just, I guess, get the family perspective of like, what's up with the hair, and how do you guys support Araceli and making sure she looks cute every day?
You want to answer that, Araceli? The question's for you. Yeah.
What's up with the hair? Hair, it's my crown. So
Wow.
I try to,
Your crown. Wow.
yes,
I like
it's
that. I
my
like
crown.
that. Uh-huh.
So every day is like, here we go. Gotta get up, put my crown on.
Wow.
And sometimes I get asked a lot, like, how long does it take you? Well, I know my tricks. I got tricks, and I have kids, so I gotta use tricks to save up time and be ready for my girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Araceli, you don't only just do your hair, but you also do hair for a lot of girls in the community.
Yes.
What's that like?
Yes. So I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I love empowering women. It's all about, helping others, making others feel comfortable, happy, being themselves. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to enhance our beauty. I can say that word.
Enhance. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of help. So to me, it's amazing that I can help someone, feeling comfortable and feeling beautiful. Que se sientan bonitas.
Yeah.
Do you feel bonita?
Oh, I did when you did my hair, Araceli. I mean, you doing my hair for the first time this past Saturday for the American Pachuco screening was just like, this was my first time, and it was so special, and I could totally see your passion behind it, and how
Thank
patient you are.
Yeah.
Like for me, I don't have that much patience to do hair, but just seeing it come from you, like, I admire that.
Thank you. It's also my therapy. Yeah, I hope I can be your therapy too.
Adela, did you feel empowered when she did your hair?
Yeah.
Tell me, yes.
Like, I felt empowered. I felt like I could conquer the world.
See?
Like, my hair
It's
stayed in
that
place
feeling.
for the first time.
It's your crown.
It's my crown now.
Yes.
And I feel like now we could be friends, Araceli, because you made me feel so comfortable. Like,
Thank
it was
you.
my first time
Thank you.
wearing a Pachuca hairdo.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
thank you.
Like I said, it's my therapy, and it's also a way of me healing, also helping other women. It heals me too.
And Araceli, you do a lot of community work along with Primo in the community. You guys travel to Vegas and other parts of California and states. Tell us about the community work and some of the events you put on to raise money.
Yeah, sure. So with my friends and my sisters, the Diamond Damsels, we try to be there for the community and put a little grain. We have once a year, we do a toy drive for the kids that are in foster care. It's very important that they feel, the love too that we have for them. They go through a lot, kids in foster care, and so we try to be there for them too. And the profits and all the toys that we collect, we take them to kids in foster care. So.
And I know that you also fostered,
previously, yes.
Yes.
Former,
Yes.
yeah. And so that's way.
Tell me what that's like. I mean, because that's a big. It's a big honor to have somebody to foster.
Yeah.
To take that on and to take them under your wing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just I'm a dad or I'm a mom.
No.
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for kids in foster care, and I think that no kid, should be in this world, go through this world without feeling, loved, wanted, and safe. So I tried, like I said, my best to help out, and whatever I can, to be there for kids in foster care, to advocate for them.
And Primo, tell me how's that experience for you? Because it's not all Araceli; it's also your part of it.
No, for sure, it takes two, because it's like she was saying, it's a hard work, and it's like you said too. It's not just, okay, I'm gonna decide to do it. Let's go for it. There's steps, there's classes, there's like a lot of people showing you and explaining to you the process of it, and a lot of paperwork. It's like, I didn't know it was like at the end how we just end up, getting accepted for having the kids. And it's been beautiful, just the memories, just creating memories with the girls just growing up, and then but it's up and down, it's hard,
but it's
but
rewarding.
at the end it's worth
rewarding,
it. Yes, definitely. Just seeing them wake up and just sleeping and just everything, they have them call you dad or mom, all this is just it's totally worth it.
And you guys are bringing La Cultura to them too.
Oh no, definitely.
We have to.
Oh, I'm sure they love that.
They always see mom when she's getting ready. They're like, just like recording everything. And I see them when her mom's getting ready. Especially the youngest one is always like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Just like, like when you're at the movie theater and just watching the movie.
Yeah.
Así están ellas. La están mirando y cuando tiene el Pachuco outfit y cuando se voltea y cuando hace poses y todo, las están...
Like a superhero.
Sí, la están mirando y todo. The characteristics of being a Pachuca, me Pachuco, and then wearing the chain. It's like, I can't explain it. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. When you said earlier the Pachuca, can you tell us a little bit more, Primo, about, like, whenever I see your family, I see like an art picture, so beautiful, and I think both of you are artists. I mean, you've created your own logos, Araceli, with her hair, makeup, Pachuco. How do you, how does the Chicano, the Pachuco identity, like, how do you embrace that? As a person, as a female, as a male, like, what does that mean to you, the Pachuco attire?
Oh my God, that's a bubble, right? I'm trying to let's pass it on. I don't know. I'm drawing like a blank right now.
For me, it is an honor, to represent. the Pachuco culture, women, like, I love how they were resilient, like, no, especially as women, we're there, supporting our family or kids or men, and I think it's like I said, an honor to represent the Pachucas. Plus, they look firme, on point,
Firme,
while getting it done.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I do recall, Araceli, the other day, you were going about your day with your Pachuca attire, your hair looking beautiful, and somebody came up to you and, made a reference about how you looked. And I thought it was so bold of you to say, this is not necessarily a costume.
Yeah.
It's a way of living.
Yeah.
Tell us what they said. Tell us what they said.
They said, I like your costume.
Yeah. And as soon as
and what'd you say right away?
as soon as I see that, we both looked at each other and like,
We get that a lot.
Yeah, we
like
always,
I said, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, like, here we go again. But hey, people don't know. People don't know.
Yeah.
So we need to, like, explain to them.
Yeah.
This is who I am on the daily basis. It's not just, I dressed up like this because I'm going to a Halloween party. I'm going to, like, a theme party or things like that. So, and I tell them, like, this is a way of living. This is who I am.
Right, like,
And I seen that moment when they referred to it as when they did that to you, and you right away told them, hey, this is not a costume. This is a lifestyle. This is my cultura.
Yeah.
You came out proud to
Yeah.
let them know.
She was
hey,
trying to say it as nice as possible because I know how she gets. So I was like, all right. I looked at it like, okay, she said it, like not to offend her either, but still she's like,
I take a lot of pride.
yeah, a lot of pride, yeah.
I take a lot of pride.
And you should. And
Yeah.
you should
Yeah,
because you if you represent it 100%, like to the T.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you carry a lot with the person that you are, the community work that
we're
you
doing.
do,
Yeah.
the kids that you take care of.
Yeah.
You also are a student at Cabrillo. I mean,
yes.
you do a lot. So, I mean, tell me what's it like to carry all those different roles?
Yeah, it's not easy. As a mother, like, every day, I go in the mornings like, okay, here we go again, and like, okay, kids are at school. Okay, now I need to get ready. They're ready. Now I get ready for my day to start, like, school. And everything now is like community building. It's not easy, and sometimes I do get overwhelmed, and I don't want to get burned out. So I try to do a lot of self care. And like I said, doing somebody else's hair, that's a way of me. Like, my therapy is doing somebody else's hair. It's a way of healing too. So, and that's like my self care part, like doing women's hair. Hanging out with my group of friends, doing something for the community. That's my me part.
And touching another woman's hair, that's an honor because a woman's hair is sagrado.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that it is sacred. It is sacred. So every time I do woman's hair, I touch their hair and I try only to take, like, the good energy from them, and the same thing they can take my good energy. I know hair is sacred.
Thank you for sharing that because people don't understand how sacred hair is.
It is.
And
Yep.
to have anybody touch your hair,
To
you
have
gotta
their
be
permission.
careful who
Yes.
touches your hair.
Exactly.
And the energy they're putting into
Yes.
it. If I had hair, you could do my hair, but I don't.
We can give you hair. Can we airbrush some hair on him?
Some clip-ons.
Adela, we're going to take a quick break. You want to read the call letters right there? I want you to get your practice in. KSQD Santa Cruz.
KSQD Santa Cruz.
The one on the bottom.
Oh, KSQT Primdale.
You're listening to From the Streets. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
KSQT.
Good job.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia pa' mi patilla, arriba y arriba, por mi cerebro. Yo no soy marinero, soy caballero.
listening to KSQD Santa Cruz, KSQT Prumdale. We're back talking to Araceli. This is your host, Adela, with co-host Omar Dieguez. And we're going to pick up our conversation. So something that, I've been curious to know a little bit more about, Araceli, is you talk about the, and I'm sorry if I get it wrong, damsel. Can you remind us? The damsel?
Yes, it's my Diamond Damsels group gang.
Oh, gang. It's a girl gang. Tell us about the girl gang. How did it start? Like, what is like the purpose, the mission of the organization?
What we do, like I said, we are a pinup group. We dress up and do stuff for the community. Yeah, we volunteer for the community, and we look good while at it.
Yes, you look really good.
Thank you.
And Araceli, you volunteer at Santa Cruz Barrios Unidos. You
Yes,
come out
I
there
do.
and you
Yes.
do a lot of volunteer work with them. You help feed the hungry. Tell us about your experience at Barrios Unidos.
I love that experience. I specifically asked if I could do the food distribution.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how, like I said, it's part of healing. My healing is helping others. So I hope that, and I try to do my best, and have respect for them. They I can't think of the word right now. Like, just be there for them. They deserve, to be treated with dignity too. Just because they are unhoused doesn't mean that they're less than anybody else. So I enjoy, helping with the food distribution for them.
And tell us a little bit, Araceli, what are the requirements to join your girl gang? Like, can I join it? Like, how would that look like?
You already have all the requirements. You can join us anytime you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
We
all...
would love to have you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one of the requirements is like for you to just, behave.
Behave? Are you sure? What kind of behave?
Act accordingly. We do a lot of, like I said, community work. So we want someone to represent us too, and make us proud, the group. You're not just representing yourself, you're representing all of us. So the group that we have, that's what we do. Yes. We represent each other. We, carry ourselves, with pride and dignity, and, just represent the whole group.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And are all ages welcome? And I'm thinking about your littles. Are they part of it?
No, they're not.
Or
It has to be women over 18. Yeah.
Okay, so women over 18.
Yeah, over
okay.
18. Yeah.
And
I mean, they come along. We're not gonna put them to work because it's also a lot of work. It's like it's not just show up and look pretty. Like it is a lot of work. Working for the community.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I like to hear a little bit about your littles. Like what comes up for them. What do you both and remind me of their names, Araceli, because I do want to make a
Emilia.
Lilia? Emilia and Abby. So whichever one of you would like to start first, I like to hear about what you all think about your mommy, what she does. I mean, I'm pretty sure you both see her getting ready, looking really pretty, helping other women, feel empowered with the hair. What do you think about your mommy? Anything you could tell us?
Or your daddy.
Or your daddy, yes.
What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Who when you look at your mom and your daddy, what is it that you guys like about how they dress and how they carry themselves in the community? Tell me.
Like, I like my mom wearing Pachuca.
Aww.
Yes, and what is it that you like the most? What's your favorite part about when your mom does dress up as a Pachuca? What is it your favorite part?
She looks beautiful.
Beautiful? Wow. And I've seen pictures of you dress up also. You look beautiful yourself. Yeah. How about you? What do you like about your mom or your dad? What do you like about when your dad dresses up? What's your favorite part about what your dad does?
When he goes like this.
Oh, when he does his dance.
Yes.
Yeah, and what else? And I seen when you were at the American Pachuco, you had your chain in your hand and you were doing the stance also. What were you doing with your chain?
Swinging it like.
Swinging it, yeah.
Yes.
And do you guys know how to dance like Pachucos too?
Yes.
Yes?
Me no.
Wow. You're going to have to show me one of these days how you guys dance.
I don't know.
Yes. You don't know how to dance yet?
No.
But you're learning, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Primo, so tell me something about the community work that you do. I know that the girls, the Pachucas do a lot of work, but what's some of the stuff that you do for the community?
Well, the community, I usually, I'm with my wife. Some of the times, and I help them. You know, I'm the guy behind the scenes.
Okay.
And I'm the one she's there, but I'm, you know, taking the pictures or bringing them the water and helping her assist as far as the community. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you also have your own clothing line.
Oh yeah, I
Tell
do.
us about your clothing line.
So my clothing lines, I started, I want to say 2015 or 14, something like that. It's just representing, since I'm from Watsonville, I'm trying to bring my own clothing line, just people that are from Watsonville to represent. Like I said again, Watsonville. I just put my logo as a strawberry, and it has in the middle like a bow or a ribbon that says Watsonville, California, and I'm just trying to get it out there on blast. You know, just trying to help the community and have them rep it. You know.
And I seen some of your artwork, and a lot of your artwork has a lot of the farm workers. You also represent some of the farm worker in the movimiento that they stand for. Tell me about that. Were your parents farm workers?
Yeah. So what happened was on that one, that was one of my previous designs, my last design, and that's about a year old. So I was just trying to think how would I create another new logo, you know? So I was talking to my dad, and it just happened. We were just driving. And we talk a lot. Me and my dad are pretty close. Sorry,
it's okay, man. Take a moment.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. It's just I get emotional because me and my dad talk a lot. So
you guys have a close relationship.
Yeah.
That's something beautiful. I mean, I wish, a lot of people don't get to have those close moments with their father, and that's something special. So, hey, mucho respeto for you and your father's relationship.
So, it's hard to interrupt.
Yeah.
So, so that's how we started talking, and we started talking about how long he worked in the fields and how he struggled a lot in being in the United States. You know, like how it takes a lot of hard work to have the family strong, you know. So he started in the fields for many, many years, just struggling, just living to house, and then he created a family, and then he ended up buying a house, and then I remember him just bringing strawberries to the house like once a week, and we just eat them, enjoying the strawberries, and like, I was just thinking, like, I was just talking to him, I'm thinking of doing a new design, and he's like, you should. He had a little collab, like, you should do one with Cesar Chavez, and I asked him, was he ever involved in that? And he's like, no, I was never involved. I haven't been involved with him, but because my dad's the oldest of 9 siblings, so his second oldest was involved he was with the March with Cesar Chavez. So he was all into it when they were in Watsonville and representing. So I just started picking the brain, and I just started doing the logo, and I just trying to figure out how can I combine the Huelga bird with the strawberry. So I just started doing sketches, and I was showing my dad also what he thinks. And but when I was finishing it, I verified the logo. I showed it to my dad first before I blew it up on public on my social media. What does he think about it? It looks good, you know, because he's also, before I put it into social media, I got a lot of negative vibes from other people that they didn't want me to blow it up because they represented, you know, like gang affiliated. And I told him, well, it's not, none of the image or the design has to do with any of that. All the image that my logo has, it's all legit. I did my research on Cesar Chavez, and the struggle, and everything was legit. Like the logo, the name, the fist, all this stuff was all combined. It was nothing to do with like I said, gang related.
You were representing the
farm workers.
The farm workers. El movimiento.
Yeah, the movement, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how that design came, and then I was trying to promote it, and my dad loved it. He was even there when he helps me a lot, trying to get the design out to the public, because I'm always sometimes at the farmers market. I try to get there. I try to be there as much as I can, but it's hard for me with my other job. But when I'm there, he's pretty much there with me.
You mentioned, Primo, you mentioned familia, sacrifice, and family, and how hard it is to keep a family strong. Yeah. As I'm hearing you speak, I think, thank you so much for sharing your vulnerability. It's very empowering. And one thing that stuck out, so whenever I think of artists, it's very courageous to put your art out there and back up why you do what you do. When you said, I got a lot of backlash. Like, how do you deal with that? Like, tell us how you deal with that.
Well, for example, when we were, every time I go on I do my stands on the booth. They're just some of them are. A lot of families, like the kids love the image, but a lot of so they come to me like, oh, why are you selling this for? And because it represents like a gang affiliated. Like, well, not really. If you look at the image, it has more cultura in it, because I seen the other designs I did my research, and it's nothing to do with none of the gang affiliated. It's more family oriented and cultura and the struggle. And my dad's there with me, and he explains that to the families, because they don't want to buy it for their kids, because the kids want to use it and wear it for something else. Mm-hmm. And the parents like, no, you can't buy that because that you want it for school, and school don't want colors. So I didn't think about that. Some schools don't allow colors. Yeah. Only a certain, they're like have a dress code.
Yeah.
And now you can just wear it after school, But the mom's like, no, I don't want that. But then my dad will come in, and he'll just like, what, this logo is not for that. This logo represents. He explains how his brothers were involved in a farm worker protest, mm-hmm. And he'll explain that to the families, and then they'll say, okay, I understand now. But that's how I explain to them what it is, what it stands for.
And like everything you're describing the Chicano, the Pachuco movement. A lot of that came from farm worker families, came from familias that came to America to look for that American dream, but had to struggle. Everything you described is describing what the Pachuco, what the Chicano movement stands for, and everything that they went through to try to make a living here in the United States, but at the same time fighting the struggle of being accepted as a Chicano, as a farm worker, as a Pachuca.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And as you were talking about, just going back to your dad after you got that critique, I think it's very empowering. I mean, we know from research, that a lot of males need another male to be a role model, and how important, like, your relationship with your dad really stands out to me, because you not only go to him to consult, you come back, like, what's your opinion? ¿Qué piensa? Sometimes parents, my parents are like, oh, well, how can I help? I don't think I can. But their voice matters too.
Oh, it does.
Right?
Anything that they say, any opinion, it matters. Yes. It does, because you want to hear another opinion, especially from your parents. Mm-hmm. It's like a blessing,
Exactly.
Yeah. I realize that now. Mm-hmm. As I'm getting older, but before I didn't see that, because I used to be with my cousins. We go out, things like that, and have fun. But just anything that helps to stay home or take care of your family, any comment that helps you, it does help, like mentally and here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Primo. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to KSQD Santa Cruz, KSQT Prundale. You're listening to From the Streets. We'll be right back.
Wild show. He says you're the boy I've been looking for. I was framed. I was blamed. Well, I never do nothing, but I always get framed. Oh, framed. They took him in the lineup and let those bright lights shine. There was 10 poor souls like me in that line. I knew I was a victim of someone's evil plans. When a stool pigeon walked in and said, "That's your man," I was framed. Frame, I was lame. Oh, frame, frame, frame. Well, I never knew nothing, but I always get framed. Well, the prosecuting attorney started prosecuting me. Man, that cat didn't give me the one but the third degree. He says, "Where were you in the night of July 1953? Man, I was just home, just a tweedledee. I was framed. Oh, frame, I was lame. Oh, frame, frame, frame. Well, I never knew nothing, but I always get framed. Oh, frame. Oh, frame.
Okay, you're listening to KS. Come on, say it. KSQD.
QD.
And then KSTQT. Prundale. That's right. You're listening to K Squid 89.5, 89.7, 90.7. That was a first grader right there. She did such a great job doing the call letters. Primo, your daughter's in here right here listening to you speak, and she's showing the love that she has for her dad. Tell me, is she daddy's little girl?
She is, bro. She's daddy's girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And
She's
that's
really sentimental, it hits her. Yeah.
That's something beautiful, you
Yeah.
know. So that means that you're doing a good job. That means that you're you're teaching them right, but it's a beautiful thing to see it.
Yeah.
And baby, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but it's okay to feel the way you do, and we love you.
Yeah, thank you. I have a question for Emilia and Abby, but let's start with Emilia first. So we're going to spin this and think. So I want you to think about the question, okay? Before you answer. So whenever you think about a Pachuca, what does that mean to you? Like, when you hear that word, what do you imagine? Oh, I like how you're thinking. So when you look at your mommy and your daddy, when they dress up with their beautiful clothes, what does that make you feel? Or how would you say a Pachuca represents, something that your family is very passionate about?
My mom, she looks nice with the clothes, and I say, "Mom, what you doing?" She say, "She's going to the car show," and I say, "Well, who's in the watch us?" And she say, "Some people," and I say, "Well, who people then?" She say, "I don't know."
Oh, I love that. And be honest with us, Amelia, do you play with her makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, and how does that make you feel? Or was your mommy not supposed to know that?
Yeah. I'm beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. What about you, Abby? Whenever you think about, I mean, you got the pose down. You were teaching a lot of people how to pose like a Pachuca. Whenever you think about a Pachuca, like, what comes up for you?
What do your friends think about when you dress up as a Pachuca? Do they know?
No.
No? What do you think they would
Only
say?
some of them.
Some of them? And what do you think they would say if they seen you dress up as a Pachuca? Do you think they would like it?
I would think they'll tell me that, oh, can you ask your mom to make me my hair and I could go to the store and get myself a Pachuca suit?
Yeah.
And then you teach me how to be a Pachuca pose.
That'd be cool. They'd probably be jealous a little bit because the way you dress and look and all that, and they probably like the style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
How do you feel when you dress up like a Pachuca?
Power.
Powerful? Oh, I love that. Powerful.
Well, we got 5 minutes left. Araceli, thank you for showing up. Primo, thank you for the girls.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, for you too.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. Say what you want to say. And let's hear. Oh, you want to do the call letters? Okay, we'll do the call letters when we close the show. But I want to give you guys last closing thoughts. Anything you want to share about what you do, what you guys do for the community? Any closing thoughts? Anything that you want to express? It's go ahead and take the last couple minutes.
I think we covered pretty much everything. Like I said, the reason why we do what we do is because we want to teach our kids, that they can have a voice too, and they can make a difference in the world. And I'm just like blessed that it's not just us doing it. We have like people behind us too. I don't want to take the whole credit, but it does take a village.
Yeah.
It take a village. We got a lot of help, with our girls, and that's why I like giving it back to the community.
Right. Primo, what do you want to your closing thoughts? What is it?
I just enjoy this show right here, man. It's been like it's awesome. It's just explaining to us, talking about the Cultura and Pachuco, and my last words is like, hopefully we start passing on to our kids and have them represent the culture, and hopefully it still continues more and more, and so it won't get lost, and keep it going. That's what we're trying to pass on the Cultura.
It was an honor to have your family. Such a beautiful family that you have. Such a beautiful family. The way you guys carry yourself in the community, always looking good, always doing great things for the community. You guys do a toy drive. You guys do other kinds of events. And one of the things that you mentioned, Araceli, that I wanted to highlight is you talked to me about you want to be able to pick up people that are less fortunate in the community that don't have the luxury of getting their hair done. You want to be able to help him by just giving him a haircut, give him something to smile about. Tell me real quick about that.
Yes, that's one of my dreams, to go out to the community and, help people that don't have a place to wash their hair, because I know that's very important. Like I said, that's your crown.
Yeah.
I would like to, maybe one of my dreams one day, be able to do that for others,
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you again, Adela. You got any? Let me ask Araceli and Primo. Do you guys think she's gonna be a good co-host or what? Or
she's good. She's got the job.
Yeah, she got it. She got it down already.
Yeah, it's okay to be honest.
You got the job.
You did good, Adela.
Thank you.
I love it.
This is like so
like the
beautiful.
questions.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm taking so much. You shared so many gems with us, and just reconnecting with all of you has pushed me to do research on Pachuca culture.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
I was reading so much the other day because Araceli gave me like a whole lecture about Las Telas, why the riots happened. Yes, and identity. But you all, just center me in the importance of building identity, being bold. And I think what I'm taking from this interview is Abby's words. She said empowerment. Pachucos were always bold, empowered, right? It was about family representation and basically saying we're here and we're not leaving. Yep. So
no, staying,
right?
Not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Pachuco, que viva los Pachucos, ¿verdad? Que viva los Chicanos.
Chicanos arriba.
Okay, we're going to give this a try. Ready? We're going to say the call letters. You're listening to
KSQD.
Santa Cruz, and then
KSQT.
Prundale, and then you're listening to
SQUID.
Yes, K Squid. 89.5.
89.9.
89.7 and 90.7.
90.7.
And you're on From the Streets with your co-host Adela and Omar Dieguez. Woo. Thank you for that. Was another show. We're gonna leave you with this last song. Thank you for listening.